Well, hello YouTube. How you guys doing? Jared Fuller here. Today is Sunday, December 22nd, 2019. Joining me off camera this week, Dad and Amy.
Hello.
And her is kind of my mood right now. So the week has been lousy. And today was just the nudge that put me over the edge. So, before I get to all that, and look, Amy's not even going to remind me.
No.
Visit GuideStar.org. GuideStar.org has a complete and comprehensive listing of all the 501c3 nonprofit organizations and LLCs approved by the federal government. Don't be fooled. Don't be duped. Visit GuideStar.org today.
No, I figure you'll get it in when it's ready.
So, to kind of recap last week, I was in the hospital for a bad toothache. They had given me 875 milligrams of amoxicillin, Augmentin, which I have yet to take. I haven't taken today's dose. I have to take one pill twice daily. So there's that. I had to set up a dentist appointment, which is tomorrow. I have to be in Montrose tomorrow to have a couple teeth pulled. And I found out today that I'm not going to have a vehicle. Now, at first I thought it was a harmonic balancer for all my mechanic friends out there. I thought it was a harmonic balancer. I own a Chrysler Town & Country van, and, you know, I'm getting close to the mileage point for an oil change. And, okay, no big deal. Maybe it just needs an oil change because there's a knocking sound. Well, I took it over to a garage over in St. Charles just a few minutes ago, and as it turns out, after he raised my van up on the hoist, I have a broken flywheel. Now, the flywheel piece itself is not going to be too much, at least I don't think, but the labor is going to kill me. So I don't have the money, and
It's got a lot of miles on it.
It's got over 250,000 miles. I drove that van everywhere. And I think it's time to start looking around for a new vehicle. I'm coming up on the mileage point for an oil change, but it's got over 250,000 miles, but now I have an issue with a broken flywheel. So I'm without a vehicle. So when I go to my dentist appointment tomorrow, Dad's going to have to drive me, and I mean, I'm not going to be able to drive myself back, obviously, but going to have to drive Dad's going to have to drive me there. I got to sneeze. Excuse me. So my week has been kind of lousy, and today, like I said, was just the cherry on top. So now I'm without a vehicle, and I have no money to get the part, let alone replace, or to pay for it, because really what it is, it's the labor, it's not the part. The mechanic over in St. Charles says, well, it's going to cost you about $500 just in the labor. And it's like, well, I don't have $500 to pull out of my ass, so looks like my van's just going to park, and it's going to sit. So, lucky me, it's just one disappointment after the other. So, that's my life in a nutshell.
Vehicle eventually.
Yeah, I'm paying back a loan, currently paying back a loan. So I can't finance another vehicle, or I could, but I'd rather not, because I want to get this loan paid off. And, you know, with Christmas being this week, that just adds insult to injury. That's the salt on the wound. Fuck everything. That's my attitude today. I'm just not in a good mood. I'm ornery, and people just shouldn't rub me the wrong way today, because I am not in any kind of mood after the week I've had, and then today. Yeah, I'm just not having it today. We learned last week that Donald Trump has been impeached. And by what I've had people message me and, text message or, message me on Messenger, say, oh yeah, Donald Trump's impeached, he's out of there. No, he's not. People who don't understand how processes work in our government, they don't understand. Just because the Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, she declared that he was impeached. But it's not just, okay, I'm going to say he's impeached willy-nilly. There's a process you have to go through, and you got to go through the Senate, which is the judge and jury of all of this. You got to have a 2/3 vote. The majority has to vote in favor of his impeachment. Then it's got to go before the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. So there's a process that has to go through. It's not just put the gavel down, he's done. He's being tried for, well, I don't know if tried would be a right word, but he's being impeached on obstruction of Congress and abuse of power.
On the road again.
But anyway, Trump is impeached, or at least that's what Nancy Pelosi declared. But it has to go through a process. It's got to go through Senate and all that stuff that I just explained. So for those of you who don't really understand how the process works, there's more to it than just Nancy Pelosi saying he's been impeached. Some of us understand how government works. Most of us don't, obviously. And I tried to explain this to people in a nice civil way, that there's more to it than what meets the eye. You can't just hear something and well, he's gone. Well, he's not. That doesn't mean he's been removed from office. There's a process. It's got to clear through the Senate. I understand that, but what I'm saying is there's a process. There's a process. It's got to go through that first. So. No, there's evidence. No, what I'm saying is there's got to be a vote. It's a 2/3 vote in the Senate.
Oh, okay.
It's a super majority. It's a super vote. It's a super majority or
because they got one more Republican than the Democrats do. That's why he's not getting that next veto in or next thing in, because there's one more Republican that went against the
so
Democrats.
that's the process. I don't that all that other stuff. I don't know if to be accurate, but I do know that there is a process. It's got to go through the Senate, and then it's got to go before the Supreme Court. If things should go with the Senate. So that's that. I don't know what direction to take this video today, because I'm just not in a good mood, and Christmas is this week, which I made perfectly clear in last week's video. I don't give a fuck about Christmas. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of this fake happy-go-lucky attitude that everybody has, when in fact they're being suppressed, where they can't express their true emotions. And while we're not allowed to say we're sorry, we're not allowed to express our true sentiment or how we feel about Christmas. Fuck Christmas. I don't care if it ever comes. And after all the luck I've had, that's salt on the wound. So I don't care about Christmas. As you can see, I'm not wearing a Christmas hat. I don't have any Christmas lights or decorations up. I don't care. I could care less.
Even though we got invited up to, it was for Christmas.
That's probably going to be the only highlight to the week. It's just being with my family.
Wayne and Dora are coming over
on Christmas.
And yeah, I hear from friends on Messenger and on in text message, but everything else seems to just go to shit. It's one thing after another. And again, with the added, well, it's the Christmas holiday, I don't fucking care.
Yep.
I just don't care. So, how are you?
I'm good. It's just Like you, I'm like you are, son, with the holidays. It's just another day to me.
You got, yeah.
I'm happy to see my great niece and nephew, my nephew and nieces. I'm happy to see all those guys. Because they always make me smile with that.
You got, well, at least you got a vehicle that you can drive. Well, actually, the mechanic told me, he says, you can drive it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Then he offered you $100.
Yeah, he wanted to give me $100 for the van. You're out of your fucking mind.
He just bought
So,
the battery, cost him over $100.
so not only is he a mechanic, but he's a stand-up comedian. I'm not giving him $100.
$130
No way.
the other day for $100 something for battery, $30 for tires. So-
I'm not happy myself today.
Well,
because
get it out there. What are you not happy? Or you're upset. What are you not happy about?
Calling her and asking her for money.
yeah,
He did it again.
he did it again.
Yeah.
What are you gonna get for Christmas
No,
for me?
Nothing. When you have to ask
Gee,
your
I'm not. You know, I don't know if he ever watches my video. Wait a minute. I don't know if he ever watches my videos. He probably doesn't. But I'm going to say this anyway. Your mother, the person who had given birth to you, she's not indisposable. You don't just come to her when it's convenient for you. She's your mother.
Then again, this morning he hits me up.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't do nothing for me, at least do it for Amy and
I
Adelaide.
won't do it for Amy. I'll
Well
do it for
then,
Adam,
I get another text back from him on Facebook Messenger saying, "Well, if you can't do it for so and so, at least do it for Adeline." And
Yeah, use
some hunter
guilt
that
trip
he
you.
doesn't even know.
Use the grandbaby to guilt trip.
Yeah, who's
Classic
But I
move.
asked him, I says, "Who's Hunter?" "Oh, my phone's messed up."
Yeah, boy.
Classic move. Use the grandchild to guilt trip you into giving something.
Why would I do it for Hunter? I don't even know Hunter.
And
Wait,
so you can just pull it out of your ass too, huh?
Like I
People
told him.
people think we're made of money?
I don't have any money. My money goes on my bills and everything.
And she
I
tells-
said, I live
Same
off
here.
Wayne.
She says I live off Wayne. Wayne helps me during the
Yeah.
month.
And I'm low on money.
Shit, we're all
Ugh.
out. My insurance stuff.
What
Pay
can
for
you
getting
do when you
your
get your
vehicle
check? I don't frickin' know.
What can I do when I get my check? I do the responsible thing called pay my fucking
back.
bills.
Bills and
And
What
if
that left over is gonna have to be used on myself.
and
which ain't much.
you know, when do I ever hear from you?
Yeah.
Until it's convenient for you.
My point, Jared. My point.
Just like every fucking buddy else. Just like everybody else I know who they claim to be friends and this, no, not even relatives. They just claim to be our friends and they kiss up and suck up when they want something. When they think there's something in it for them. When they think they can get something from us.
I'm just not happy with either of my kids.
I'm not happy with life in general right now.
I don't exist in one's life, and the other one just wants.
I'm not happy. You know, I'm just liable to go off and vent about everything today.
Do this. Which in one hand, shit in the other. See which one fills up first.
Well, I could tell you.
The shit.
Well, goes without saying, but I'm in one of those moods today where I could just rant, go off about anything. What good is it going to do to be mad and complain? I know it's not going to, you know,
No, it just
it's not going to dissolve the situation. Yeah, it hurts.
And it's like the adopted parents can do whatever they ask for.
Yeah, well, kind of reminds me of some friends who, you know, they let money cloud their judgment. You know, they attach themselves to these people with lots of money, and oh, we love you, and you're the greatest, and they kiss up to them, thinking they're going to get something from them. It's no different. I see, like on Messenger, or actually, as a matter of fact, I'll talk about this because this was something that happened just this past week, and it fucking irritated me. So there was a friend that I used to have, safe to say used to have, and I texted her and I asked her how she was doing, how's her son doing. Her son is a child of cancer survivor. And then she, you know, she had given me her number prior, obviously, because how would I have ever known to text her if I don't have her number? Well, she got all bent out of shape. Well, I'm not a big texter anyway. I'm just too busy and I don't have time. Really? So if you're not a big texter, then why did you give me your number?
Yeah.
And she says, well, or she was just being snide and arrogant. Well, don't be rude with me. I'll be fucking rude with you all I want. If it was such a problem for me to text you, why did you give me your number in the first place?
Don't want nothing to do with you now.
No, it's not that she doesn't want anything to do with me. It's the point of, if you don't want me to text you, why did you give me your fucking number?
Oh.
I swear, if ignorance was the antidote to world hunger, we would never starve. And that's the truth.
Yeah.
That is the fucking truth. I will take my amoxicillin when I'm done with my video. I didn't take it yet today. I don't mean to be in an ornery, pissy, bitchy mood. I'm fed up. I'm just so tired.
Dad can't get it down.
So are we expecting company today?
One of my buddies. Sometime today, phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes over and
I'm
sees
just-
me once in a while in the sun. I like Tony. Good guy.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, gee, what next? What else is gonna happen? Or what else can I anticipate? I don't want to anticipate anything else. I don't want anything else to go wrong that could go wrong. It's bad enough I have to deal with having no vehicle, no money to have it fixed.
It's always season.
Yeah, and here's the thing. After I do get because I'm currently paying back a loan, if I do get that loan paid off and I want to finance, it's going to cost me all that money again. It's going to cost me my summer. I'm not going to have money to do shit in the summertime. If I want to travel, can't do that.
Let you put money up after you pay your bills and stuff.
If I want to go out of state, if I want to get a plane ticket, yeah, that's not going to happen. If I wanted to visit friends who live out of state, won't be able to do that because I'll be too busy paying back a loan, paying off of a vehicle that I would have to finance again, which is good
Because you know your credit.
because I know my credit's good, but
Get you another minivan.
it's. I'm not going to anticipate what's next because it's
See what happens.
it's like I'd be asking for it, and I'm not asking for anything else to go wrong.
Comes up.
I'm not asking or looking for anything else to go wrong that could possibly go wrong. I've had it. I have absolutely had it. I'm done. Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Wish I had wings. I'd just fly where I gotta go.
And just dealing with ignorant people in general. And
Yeah, it just sucks.
it's like you could say the least ignorant thing to me right now. I could do away with all the ignorance and all the half-assed responses and remarks. I'm not in the mood today, but I had to get the Sunday video update done and out of the way. I was at the hospital last week, I was there for probably, 20 minutes, if that. Well, I went by myself. Dad wasn't with me. They have given me my prescription for Augmentin, which is an amoxicillin, of course, and I had to go to Chesaning to pick up my script. I didn't have a copay, but I have a dentist appointment tomorrow.
I have physical therapy, occupational therapy.
My anxiety is through the roof. I can't drive myself back home after my dentist appointment because I'm going to be in too much pain. So, I don't know what's going to happen. We're pretty much...
Sounds like you want to drink
What-
a cold one.
Yeah, I'd like to, but
I know it. I had that one beer that Grandpa gave me, but I don't like that beer.
I don't know. And like I said, with it being the Christmas season, it just only makes it worse. It just amplifies the aggravation. And I harped on this last week, and I really don't want to spend another week harping on Christmas, but I am just not in the mood for any of it. I'm not happy-go-lucky.
But it's bullshit.
I don't have a cheery disposition like everybody else does about the holiday season. I don't care. The only high point that I'm going to look forward to is being with my family, being with my cousins, the kids who want to see me. That's going to be the best thing that's ever going to happen this week coming up. That's going to be the highlight of my week. Everything else is just bullshit.
Oh, and I got my brother on my side now at not going to my mom's.
Yeah, but we ain't going anyway. We're going to tell you now.
Told him I had 2 other Christmases to do, and I said I was going to make it.
2 other Christmases.
Christmases. I never heard of that.
Well, 2 other Christmases. Well, I'm not greedy. I got 2 other Christmases here. I'll take this one and this one and this one.
Yeah.
Well, I would have had 3.
Yeah.
We're not getting nothing, but hey, we go and enjoy ourselves.
And for
Yeah, that's what my brother
Especially
said.
when Heidi-
We ain't getting no gifts or anything.
Especially when Heidi cooks, huh, Jerry?
Anything
Yeah.
like that.
and to all the Secret Santas who've been sending us items in the mail, which we did not expect,
And thank you.
we appreciate it. We can't return the favor.
I don't know who it is.
Even if we knew who it was. I mean, I can't return a favor because
Appreciate it.
I just
Whoever it
I
was,
can't afford it.
thank you very much.
But whoever did, thank you. We love you. I'm sorry that we don't share in the same holiday attitude as you do, but you know, as they say, it is what it is, and it's shitty. Merry fucking Christmas.
Happy fucking Hanukkah.
I'm over it. Oh. You know, I can't really be upset about my van, like the broken flywheel. I'm frustrated.
You're just frustrated. And
I'm frustrated because I don't have the money to fix it, and I've had the van for quite a while.
yeah, you've had
I've driven it to Appleton, Wisconsin, Iron Mountain, Michigan, Columbus, Ohio. I've driven it everywhere. Muskegon, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo. I've driven it all over.
Stop through the cornflake place.
I have not been to Battle Creek.
Yep, cornflake place.
Yeah, the cornflake place.
Well,
It's
that's where Trump was, wasn't he?
yes, he was in the day that the news broke that he was
He was
impeached.
in a good spot with the rest of the place.
He was in Battle Creek at Kellogg's Stadium or something like that. Kellogg's Auditorium or something like that. Okay, I get the joke, but he was in Michigan, and you know, I'm not. I hold no position in politics whatsoever. I am not Democrat nor Republican. I just could care less either way. It's. I don't care. However, I don't care for a person who is in a position of leadership. He is someone who governs over a country, and he could be so snide and arrogant with his remarks. I don't know if any of you watched the speech when he was in Battle Creek.
Love the law.
He made a very disparaging remark about the late John Dingell, and his wife is grieving. And he made a really just a disgusting remark about her late husband, saying that, oh, he's not to worry, he's watching down, or he may be looking up.
Yeah.
So you know what? That's really disgusting, and it's appalling that, especially someone who is in a position of leadership. See, this is. And it only proves my point. It only proves my point that people nowadays, if you really notice, the people who call themselves leaders are the most snide, arrogant, egotistical pieces of shit that could ever roam the planet. It just proves my point over and over and over again. I wouldn't care if, even if I did have an affiliation with a party. Let's say if I was Republican, okay, it still wouldn't excuse him to be a dick.
Towards people grieving.
Or anybody. It doesn't excuse you to be a dick. It doesn't. Being affiliated with a certain political party has zero to do with
Right.
someone who's going to be an asshole.
And I think Mr. President should apologize to that lady.
He won't apologize.
He needs to apologize to that lady. I'm sorry for her loss. That's sad. But to have some bitch like that to say something about it,
He won't apologize.
deceased husband, I have his ass kicked. Bottom line.
He won't apologize. It's that narcissistic personality disorder. Because he's above and beyond everybody else and he never does wrong.
Thinks he's above the law.
And he can buy his way. He bought his election.
Oh yeah, he bought everything.
He bought his way into his presidency. He bought the chair. He bought his voters. You know, I don't care who you affiliate yourself with or which party you affiliate yourself with. Anytime a person of leadership is going to be snide and arrogant and egotistical, they are not a leader. Because leaders don't disparage people. You know, Mike Pence, Vice President Pence was in Saginaw the day of Trump's little circus in Battle Creek. Mike Pence was in Saginaw. Then he come down to Frankenmuth, to Zenders. And then he was at Bronner's, actually. He walked around Bronner's and everybody's like, oh, I want my kids to meet the Vice President of the United States. Big, hairy fucking deal. Who cares? His motorcade actually came through Montrose.
Oh really?
Yep. Pence come right down 57 through Montrose.
Wow. Cool.
But there were like 70, 80 police cars surrounding him. Of course, he's a vice president. He might have even come through Chesaning for all I know.
I'd like to see him getting there to be president.
He probably did come through Chesaning. He might have even went through Owasso.
Might come through Chesaning or right up the highway.
He did come up the highway.
Yeah,
He come up
highway.
57.
Yeah, well, right.
He did have to take the expressway at Battle Creek. He went down 69.
Cool.
He went down 69 from Lansing, which takes you to Battle Creek if you go south, like you're going towards Fort Wayne, Indiana. You're going to hit Battle Creek, and 94 is the other expressway that runs east and west. And if you go west from Battle Creek, you end up in Kalamazoo. If you head east, you end up in Jackson, then Ann Arbor, then eventually Detroit. But anyway, I'm not political. Like I said, I'm just in a mood to rant about everything and everybody. It's just, it's harrowing to me how people will let money cloud their judgment. That kind of shit just, it keeps me awake at night. Right?
Yep.
He's busy playing with the dog.
Like always.
Just because they got money, they think they can buy their way in politics and all this other
It's not just politics though, Dad. I'm talking,
take from everybody else.
you buy your way into people's conscience.
Yeah.
You know, their consciousness. That you can convince anybody of anything as long as there's a little something in it for them.
Cash or something in it for them guys. Yeah.
You know, perfect example of what I was going to talk about today. I could be a multimillionaire. I wish. But I could be a multimillionaire, and all my haters out there who have ever given me shit would instantly say, Jared, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was such a dick to you. I'm sorry that I ran your name into the ground with all these hellacious rumors and lies. Will you be my friend? You know, I'm so sorry. And I would look at you and say, fuck you. There's no amount of money in the world that would ever get me to change my mind about you or the shit that you've done to me.
be like hitting the lottery and having some girl that never want nothing to do with you, and then all of a sudden.
I swear, that's what I just said.
And all
But
of a sudden, the women are there for you. Wow.
it's not just women. It's not just women. It's people in general. I'm not talking about relationships, Dad. I'm talking about people in general.
By the way, in the politics.
Money. It's not politics. You're not. Yeah. See, because you're not listening. You're too busy paying attention to the dog. I'm talking people in general. You can buy any amount of money. You can buy your friendships. You can buy love. You can buy. Listen, if your love is only something that can be bought, can be purchased, I don't want it. It's not worth having. Because of all the friends and family that I've ever had, I don't have to buy their love or their affection. They grant it tentatively. It's the same as I do for everybody else. I grant my love and admiration for them tentatively. There's no money involved. My love doesn't cost a penny. Now everybody else, especially on social media, if I actually paid attention to it, you could easily see people with money. They flash their money on social media like they're the shit, and everybody fawns over them. Oh, great one! You're so amazing. You're so beautiful. I want to marry you. I want to date you. Those people are insufferable.
Yep. Got that right.
Beyond the point of no return.
I'll be your best friend.
And yeah, I harp on money because it's the Christmas season. I harp on money. It's never about money. It's never about money. Not with me, anyway.
Or me.
Now, Christmas in general, yeah, it has become about money. How much money you can spend. The hellacious amounts of money that you're dropping on people you never see, let alone couldn't afford in the first place. And you're trying to buy their love and affection.
Or your kids, where back in the day, we went outside and played for Christmas. We had things we could do. Build snowman. Now the kids nowadays just sit in the house. Oh, we're going to play this.
Working their thumbs
Yeah.
on iPads and cell phones.
They don't know
And
what fun is outside in the wintertime or Christmas time. Let's go out playing in the snow, building snowman, building forts.
well, I'll tell you,
Now it's all about
Christmas lost its true meaning years ago. That skin had shed a long time ago. Now it's about mass consumerism.
just being together. Christmas is about just being with family.
But nowadays, it's about how much money can you spend on me.
Yeah.
And gee, if I'll suck up and butter up to them just to see if I can get something from them.
They'll buy me a Christmas present.
And it's not even necessarily Christmas.
No,
In general,
yeah.
people with lots of money. Well, I'll kiss his ass and I'll genuflect and I'll treat him like he's God and I'll treat him like he's the biggest thing in the world, just to see if I can. And this is what I was trying to get at initially when it comes to the people who run nonprofit organizations. CEOs of nonprofit organizations. Not all of them behave this way, so I'm not going to lump all of them together into one category. But most of them do. It's okay to help people. I don't have anything against helping anybody. Hell, I'm the first guy to say, pay it forward. Help somebody. If you have the power and the ingenuity to help, not ingenuity. If you have the power, actually it would be ingenuity. If you have those qualities, if you want to help somebody from your heart, out of the kindness of your heart, then do it. But and it is an ego thing. There's people who do it just to look good on Facebook and Twitter and elsewhere. But here's something about people who let their nonprofit organizations go to their heads. They get such big egos and big heads that what they do is that because they know they've got money, actually it's not even their money, it's money that other people have donated. It's actually the organization's money. It's not coming out of their back pocket. But This is what a lot of these people do, especially the CEOs of nonprofit organizations who are snide and egotistic and arrogant. They dangle this money over people. You know you want this. You know you can't live without this. But in order to get this, I want you to fawn over me. I want you to genuflect to me. I want you to treat me like you're God. I want you to treat me like I'm your dad. Hello? I want you to treat me like I'm your Lord and Savior. You know you want this money. You know you want it, this here, but you're going to have to bow down to me. There's got to be something in it for me. I have to look like Mr. Popularity. Like a fucking contest. And it's not a competition. Nobody understands generosity or dignity or integrity anymore. They claim that they know what it means, but they have not the first clue. Because if they did, they wouldn't be behaving in the ways that they're behaving. They wouldn't put it all over social media, all this money they wave around, and, oh, this is who I helped this week, and, you know, I paid off somebody's mortgage. Oh, I paid for somebody's season baseball tickets. Oh, who cares? You could have done that without putting it on social media. You've just killed wow. You've killed the deed. You've destroyed it. The minute it hits Facebook, it's dead. It's dead. I'm on fire this week, you guys, and I don't mean to cop an attitude with these two. They just know that I'm really frustrated this week. I'm sick of these fucking posers who come on and they want to bow down to my friend and talk down to my friends like they're nothing. That in order for you to get this, you got to hold me to a higher standard. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of all of it. And the whisper, I mean, they can still hear it on the mic. You can talk as low as you think you're talking. They can still hear it on the mic. But it's absurd. It is an atrocious way of behaving. And not, like I said, not all nonprofit organizations are operated this way. Not all CEOs have big heads. Matter of fact, I had just spoken with a CEO of a nonprofit organization in a text message this past week. We haven't spoken in quite some time, but he's doing the best he can. His son passed away from DIPG. He seems to be, doing okay, hanging in there, trying to stay in an upbeat mood. But that's the point I'm trying to make, I think, to you guys and to all of you who are watching. The Christmas spirit and the attitude and the happy-go-lucky, cheery disposition, I think that is nothing less than obligatory. Like, you just have to be. It's obligated of you. It is expected of you to be in this wonderful, warm, fuzzy feeling because it's Christmas. Oh my fucking God. Who cares what day it is?
Today.
It's Sunday. So should I I've dropped a lot of F-bombs this week. Should I make every Sunday special just because it's the day when I do my Sunday video and we should all feel warm and warm and cozy and fuzzy inside? See, yeah, cozy and fuzzy, you get cuzzy. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm irritable today. I'm very extremely agitated with what the things that are going on in my own life and just seeing how other people behave. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. And one more point. It seems I'm getting it all out there. It really disgusts me how we are in a point in time, we are in a day and age where people have the most access to the most information possible, and yet there are still so many uneducated people. How the hell does that happen? I just want to know. I would like, email me. I would like to know how that is possible. We live in the most possible, you can know anything about anything. We are in the best time to know the most things possible, and people are still ignorant. They don't understand logic and critical thinking and rational discourse. They don't understand investigation. They don't understand, they don't understand anything. They don't know how to, they go by their subjective points of view instead of their objective points of view. And people don't understand the difference between subjective and objective, but I'm not going to get into that because that's something that they have to figure out on their own. I'm really in a pissy mood this week. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, which my anxiety is kind of a little bit high about that because I really don't care for having things like this done, but it's got to be done. I know there's infection in my gums, and that's why I'm taking the Augmentin to treat it. So I have a little bit of high anxiety about the dentist visit tomorrow, which I'm not looking forward to. But in a way I am, because it's going to alleviate the pain, and I won't have the issue anymore. I just won't have front teeth anymore. I'll be like one of the chipmunks. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. Or not the chipmunks. It's Tiny Tim. That was Tiny Tim that sang that? Maybe I'm getting people mixed up. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. I'm not going to have two front teeth tomorrow. So I may be in too much pain to even do next week's video update. I may not even be here next week. And if I do, I'm going to sound differently. My speech is going to sound differently because I'm not going to have teeth. Well, I'm not going to have teeth. The front teeth anyway. So it's so if you don't see a video next week, just know that I'm in too much pain. And of course, it's the final Sunday of the year of 2019, and now we're coming into the 20s, and
2020.
I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm just not in any mood. I'm not in any kind of good mood anyway. I'm in a bad mood. And
Maybe a short video, short one this week.
Well, it's too late for that because I've already been here for almost 45 minutes, so it's not really that short. But I'm thinking of wrapping it up here anyway because I'm just
Wound up and can't think straight.
I talk fast, I get ahead of myself, and I'm just really disgusted by how things are going. That's all. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I am totally and completely I'm disgusted. I'm appalled. And, I hate it. All of it. Everything. I'm not in the mood. And again, it all comes back to people who think they can buy their love. If you think you have to buy love, then it's probably not worth having. Because I've never had to I've never had to flaunt money. I've never had to impress any of my friends with money, ever. Ever. Now, if I do something kind, like a kind gesture, that's different. I'm not buying their love or their friendship. I'm just doing something nice for them because they're my friends. I'm not trying to buy their love and affection. But there are people who are on Facebook and Twitter and elsewhere, Instagram, and it's the thing about social media is that you live this ostensibly bizarre, crazy, different lifestyle, and everybody should just bow down to you. I can almost guarantee that your life is no different than anybody else's. It's just not all of us are as vocal about it as I am, or as somebody else who does like a weekly, update of their lives or whatever it is that's going on in the world. But that goes without saying. Like many other things, goes without saying. But some things do really have to be said. But anyway, I have a dog snoring over here. You can probably most likely hear that. It's my dog snoring. He always snores. But anyway, guys, I'm just going to wrap it up.
Okay.
Although we're not in the Christmas spirit, we wish all of you a Merry Christmas, and we hope it's a good one. I'm done.
Merry Christmas. Be safe.
And again, thank you to all of the Secret Santas who sent gifts in the mail. We weren't expecting them. It is appreciated, but we weren't expecting them. And I think the dog wants in. And I'm tired. Like, I'm tired in both ways, right? Like, I'm tired emotionally, physically. I'm tired. And I don't know how much more I can take. I'm just done. But anyway, Dad, final words.
Yeah, have a good day.
Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's and all that. Okay, well, much love to all of you. Merry Christmas. It was another explosive video with numerous F-bombs and, oh well. Hopefully, if I'm feeling up to it next week, I will be here next week. So, I'll see you later, guys. Peace out. Merry Christmas. Take care.